welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah here with Furniture Flip by Sarah, and in today's video I'm going to take you through making over / repainting a bathroom vanity. I'm going to take you through all the steps so you can complete this on your own and feel confident in doing it. And let's get into the video. Here is the before of the bathroom. As you can see, it's in pretty rough shape. It has almost like a plastic coating that was covering the MDF. So I'm gonna make sure I remove all that and sand everything down super smooth to get a nice finish. Here I am just removing the doors. You wanna do this step first to get them off so you can make sure you can paint all the areas in behind them. Something else I wanted to mention, when you're removing the doors from the hinges, make sure you put all the little screws into a bag and tape them to the inside of your cabinet or somewhere you're not going to lose them. The last thing you want is to have finished all your cabinets and then realize you have no screws to put them back up. Step number 2 is make sure you tape off any areas that you don't want to get paint on. This also allows you to get a super clean finish. I am using the green frog tape. Frog tape is a little bit more expensive than your average painter's tape, but trust me, in the end, it's worth it. It leaves a really nice clean line. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take some sandpaper and a sanding block and just sand out all of the edges I'm going to be painting and priming. I went ahead and sanded down all the drawer fronts as well. Because this is MDF, I had to use quite a bit of sandpaper. I started with a 100 grit and then made my way down to a 220 grit. That way it was perfectly smooth and there was no bumps left for my paint finish. I want to make sure that I have a super flat surface to paint on. Here is a little close-up of the Surf Prep sander. As you can see, it has like a protective foam abrasive, and then it has the foam sandpaper I was using. It also comes with just like a flat protector and regular sandpaper as well, but I find this foam one is really nice to get in all the corners and crevices of the cabinet, making sure everything is perfectly smooth. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use some TSP on an old rag and just wipe all the surfaces down. So next I'm going to go ahead and prime everything. I am using my Bin shellac base primer and I'm just going to roll this on all the surfaces. I'm just using some cheap rollers. They are just regular foam rollers from Home Hardware. It's going to be hard to tell that this is going on because it's going over white, but it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to help from bleed through and any stains that want to come through, and just act as a good adhesive for the paint. I used the same method to paint the MDF cupboards. I just used a roller and a brush to get into all the crevices and made sure everything was primed. That way I had nothing bleeding through once I put my top coat on. Now I'm going to go ahead and start painting. I'm going to be using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Midnight Blue. So I have one can here, or pint, already opened. So I'm just going to go ahead and start painting this piece. I just have, I think it's a 1.5 inch brush from Beauty Tone, and it's a microfiber brush. For the first coat, I'm going to make sure to do it very thin. This way it allows my paint not only to dry faster, but for there to be less brush strokes. For the third and final coat, I'm going to go ahead and roll it on. The reason why I don't roll on all 3 coats is personally I just don't like the texture rolling gives a piece. So I like to brush on 2 coats and then roll my final coat. That way it can level out and you don't have that like kind of bumpy texture that you get sometimes from a roller. I also made sure to do 3 coats on the base of the vanity. This way it matches the doors and it's nice and solid. So up next, I'm going to be top coating this piece, and I'm going to be using a Varathane Interior Satin. And to apply this, I'm just going to be using these sponge brushes. I have a couple of different sizes here just to get in all the grooves, and I'm going to do 3 coats of this. I picked up the brushes and the top coat at my local Home Hardware. I will link everything I use down below in order to create this vanity makeover, but I did want to say over Fusion Mineral Paint, they do suggest like it has a built-in top coat and whatnot, which it is very durable. But I always like to put a top coat on my pieces, especially if it's for a client. You just don't know how much use it's really going to get, and you want your stuff to hold up and last. So I recommend the polyurethane wood finish. You can use it over paint, it's fine. It's super durable. It takes about 2 to 3 coats, and then you should be good to go. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe if you're not. I'll catch you guys next time.